What's up, finding your purpose fans and design for purpose fans? I wanted to get on today, real quick, to talk about a story that has really been bothering me. Excuse me if you guys see, well, not see, but excuse me if you guys hear the fans in the background. It's really hot, so I try to turn them down as low as it can go, but let's just get it going. This story is going to be real quick. Um, you guys, you guys know how family oriented I am, so it bothered me. But let's get into it. Okay, this story comes out of Miami-Dade. You have this 18-year-old Jasmine Perez, a dummy. Anyway, she hires a hitman to take out her son. Well, I should say she tries to hire a hitman to take out her son. But she didn't know that the website was fake, and supposedly they use that website to, you know, to catch people doing things like this. Anyway, she calls herself hiring a hitman to take out her son because she's in a relationship with this guy who didn't like the fact that she had a son. So she was figuring take out her son, rekindle the relationship, and boom, there you go. In marital bliss, so to speak. But girl, and the reason I say girl because she wasn't acting like a woman. That right there is a sign. If you're with somebody and they don't like that you had kids that came before them, they're not for you. Because if they can't accept your whole package, then you're not meant to be together. There's no way in hell you should even think about taking out your son just because you're in a new relationship now and they don't like the fact that you have a son. Get the fuck out of here with that. Mental screenings. Yeah, y'all, I keep talking about this on damn near every episode, and it's starting to come more and more into fold. I hope you guys understand. Mental screenings are needed. But if you think like that, you don't need a child anyway. And apparently, she wasn't even living with her son because the son lives with his grandmother, which is her mom. She moved out, but apparently, she kept in touch with the son on the daily basis. But girl, what is wrong with you? Who did something to you for you to even try to do that to your son who you brought into this world? I don't know, y'all. It's like, I don't understand. If you don't want children and you end up having them, talk to a loved one. Maybe a loved one could, take them in and care for them. If a loved one can't do it, there's plenty of, adoption agencies and shit like that. But thinking like this, trying to hire a hitman, mm-mm, mm-mm. That's why people, you need to think. Everybody you get with, you don't need to have a kid by him. I mean, I'm just saying, because there's no guarantee that the relationship will last. And if it doesn't last, you're going to take it out on the kid? No. That's why it's up to you to be the responsible one. You know, strap up, prevent yourself the best way you can from, getting pregnant, and, you know, because if you can't handle this, you get in a new relationship and they don't like the fact that you have kids. Mm-mm. My kids were here way before you even came along. There is no reasoning behind this, in my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion. I honestly think she needs help. She needs a mental evaluation, and she needs to get the help, to help her get better. Now, I'm glad she's in custody, but for you to even think like this, you're really gonna take your child out, and I can only imagine what her mom is thinking, because um, the police, once the person who made the site um, got this information, they connected it to the police. The police went over and, you know they talked to her mom, and they showed pictures, and her mom identified the son as, yes, he's the one. And I'm pretty sure they explained to her what was going on. I can only imagine, what she's thinking. Like, my own daughter would do this? Like, what is going on? This would not sit well with me, and shit like this is just outrageous. It really is. And then, I'm glad that the police did, keep in contact with her, with Jasmine. They were text messaging her, pretending to be the men, well, the man that she hired. And I think she hired him for, I can't remember if it was 30,000 or 3,000, something like that. Either way it goes, no amount of money can, make sense of this situation. Um, but I'm glad that they caught her, and I'm glad that she's off the streets, and I'm so glad that it was a fake website. That has to be one of the smartest things that, you know these police agencies thought of. And to the person that created it, I thank you for doing the right thing. Because this is one less tragedy that we have to hear about, and one less tragedy that a family has to deal with. Now, yes, her family has to deal with her and her obviously mental struggles. Um, but to me, that would be a lot easier than dealing with a loss that you can't get back. This story just really, really bothered me because people will go to great lengths to do what they think will cure things. And if you sit back, you're like, girl, why would you even go through this to take your son out when tomorrow he might break up with you? There's no guarantee that nothing's gonna last. Come on. Make it make sense. Use common sense. But then, some people don't even have common sense, let alone any sense at all. So, you know, and then too, I don't think she's, I don't think she's all there because if you look at the thumbnail, you can tell something is wrong with her. I don't think she should have had a kid in the first place. I don't think she was mature enough to handle the responsibilities of what it takes of being a parent. But like I said, I'm glad that this situation got found out before something tragic happened. And I'm glad that he is with his grandmother. And I'm glad his crazy ass mom is locked up. Thank God for that fake site. That is so sad. How could you, a child, an innocent child, who wants nothing but love and nurturement from someone who is supposed to be his mother. Mm-mm-mm. But things will get fixed in due time. You can't keep doing wrong and expecting not to pay the consequences. And that's what Jasmine gets. That's what she gets. And with that being said, you guys, I just wanted to get on and talk about that story that really bothered me. So, I hope you guys um, have a good day. And I hope you guys stay out of this heat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to spread the word about my channel. And with that being said, remember, you guys, we are all designed for a purpose. Therefore, we all have a purpose. So if you have found it, stand in it. And if you haven't found it, it's okay. Keep searching. No matter how big or small, we all have a purpose. You will find it, and it'll be all good. Until then, stay safe, stay out of this heat, and I will catch you next week. Love ya.